What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. Coming out, about to hit some direct sunlight. I almost tripped on the stairs. I'm coming out on the rooftop to have a discussion with you guys. But I'm out here. It's so beautiful today. It's been hot down here in SoCal. I think in San Diego it was like 112 degrees, something like that. And here it's been about hundreds. It's been a warm one. There's a little bit of a breeze, so that makes it nice. You guys have probably been wondering what I'm doing because I've been down in Southern California for the last like 6-7 days. I've came down here for a lot of personal stuff and business related stuff, a lot of things I'm going to be doing for 2018. So I've been just being productive while I've been down here. It's been go since I've been here. Really not a lot of downtime. Just been a busy girl. And I definitely got the messy bun going on today, so messy bun, getting things done. Yep. There's a lot of announcements that I will be making on some things that are coming up. I will be announcing those later. We're not going to talk about those. We're actually going to talk about cellulite. What is it? Why do we have it? Where does it come from? How do you get rid of it? You guys ask me on the daily, what products do you use? What products do I use? What methods? What things can you do to get rid of cellulite? You see all these little gimmicks, all these little roller things, you see like creams, you see, I mean, there's like cupping, there's massage that's directly targeted for getting rid of cellulite. I remember probably like maybe like 8 years ago, there was a cream, a bottle of cream for cellulite. It says, oh, apply it every day, it'll get rid of your cellulite, your dimples. And I fell for it. I don't even know how much I spent on the bottle. It was probably like 60 bucks or something like that. And I used it. I was religious using it every single day. And I didn't see a difference at all. And I think at the time too, I think my diet wasn't that great and I wasn't exercising the way I should have been exercising. So I just gave up. I was like, this is stupid. I wasted my money and I threw it out. Now over the years, seeing all these new things pop up and disappear and new things come to head, and there's this new product and this new method of getting rid of your cellulite, and the knowledge that I have gained, you know, just from overall like actual health and the body, how the body works, the flesh, the tissue, the cells, the nerve, I mean everything. So it's not just a matter of, oh, I just know products and I just know the surface. I go way deeper into you as an individual, as a human being, and what makes this, what causes this. All of those things play a part. It's not just about then use this product and use this product and go get surgeries and go get weird injection things, I don't know, to get rid of this and this and that, instead of actually doing the work and actually understanding your body and doing things the healthy way. I am a huge believer in always being on the natural route. So I am a huge believer in doing just everything healthy in the natural way and actually putting the work into it, because I think I truly believe that you're gonna have better long-lasting results and you're gonna be able to maintain everything easier and keep yourself looking the way you want to easier, versus, you know, getting on these like weird routines and spending all this money on stuff that you really don't have to spend money on. So we're going to start down with breaking it down by individuals. You guys know how many times I've talked about this. I'm going to repeat it again, that every single person has a different body type. Everything plays a role. Genetics, your body type, health conditions, medications, if you're taking any of that, things that you've done to yourself over the years, hurt your metabolism in any way, or you've developed health allergies from doing things the wrong way and the way you shouldn't have done, becoming more sensitive to certain things. Your body is smart. Now one individual might store fat in specific areas more than this individual over here. I know for myself personally, when I do have higher percentage body fat, I tend to store a lot more fat in the back of my arms and into my lat area. I do get it here in my chest area, and also my butt, my lower back, and my lower stomach and the hip area. Now my legs anywhere below my butt down into my feet, and the rest of me kind of always stays lean. I don't really store a lot of fat there. It's just my body. Look at all the people in the world. When there is people with a higher percentage of body fat, each person is different where their fat stores, and so you have to take that into consideration in all things that you're doing. Then when I know from my own experience, when I do lower my body fat, the first places that really lean up are already my lean areas, and they get even more lean. And then the areas like here, then my body will start pulling fat from those areas to, especially if you're going into any kind of weight loss program, it'll start pulling fat from those fat stores for energy, for fuel, and then you'll start seeing those areas start shrinking. Then you also have to take into consideration if you're on any medications, if you're eating, your diet is terrible, meaning so much processed food, you're not exercising properly, maybe doing too much of something, all these things start playing in and playing a role into just fat storage and cellulite. What is cellulite? So you got fat storage, you got fat deposits, so that's where those areas where you're thicker, where your fat is, and it's when these fat deposits start pushing through connective tissue. Now when we have certain spots that have more fat than other spots, it's going to start pushing through that, so that's why you get that dimpling look, that bumpy look. It's because that is pushing through that connective tissue. And there's several types of connective tissue. They're very fibrous tissue, and they vary in their density and their cellularity, so it's going to be different on each person and in different spots on your body. You already kind of see how this is being put together, is that the more fat you have in a specific area, the more fat, the more it pushes against these connective tissues, in turn gives you the bumpy, the cottage cheesy, the cellulite look. Alright, so now we're going to come back to the rollers and the creams and all those various little products. And if you have a higher percentage body fat, and especially in those specific areas, how is a cream, how is a product pushing on it gonna help? It's body fat. Really what it comes down to is your diet and your exercise and lowering that body fat the healthy way. So you can already see where I'm going with this, is that it's not just about using these products to try to get, fix your problem, fix your situation, fix whatever it is. It's about actually doing it the right way and the way that your body naturally works in order to achieve what it is you want to achieve. I believe in diet and exercise and doing it the proper way. It's going to be different for every single person. You can be super lean and maybe even still have some dimpling, and you might still have some fat in those areas, especially on the butt or the back of the legs. I know for my own self, when I am at my leanest, I still do have fat in my butt. Like everything else might have disappeared and tightened up, but I still have fat in my butt, and I'm always gonna have fat in my butt because that's the majority of what my butt is. I still got some dimpling, I still got that, and most of the time the only time you're gonna see it is if I'm flexing it or squeezing it. So the first thing you want to do, get your diet in check, you guys. Get your diet in check. Don't let your diet be a majority of processed foods, and that even goes down to, it can go to fat-free, non-fat. I mean, I know I was guilty for it. I used a lot of fat-free, non-fat, sugar-free, whatever products. Well, it's a learning process, you guys. Especially all the knowledge that I've gained and the research studying I've done on stuff is that, especially for women and our hormones and our estrogen, the more processed things, especially the non-fat, the sugar-free, the fat-free products, there's so much chemically processed, chemically changed stuff in those products, and you're eating that on the daily, and it's something that's part of your daily meal plan. It's going to start altering you, especially with our hormones. It's going to start causing our estrogen to increase, and if you guys are familiar with estrogen, if that increases, then we get water weight, we get water retention, we get weight gain, we get mood swing, various different things. I mean, the list goes on of what happens with that. So then you got this increased estrogen, and then when you're not making any progress, what are women good at? we're good at stressing, we're good at freaking out, we're good like, oh my god, like anxiety, giving ourselves stress, especially over our image and worrying about how we look, worrying that we're not gaining weight, that we are gaining weight, that we aren't changing, that we haven't done and nothing's changed. So the combination of everything, I mean, we're throwing ourselves and our hormones out of whack, so nothing's gonna work properly. Try to limit your amount of processed foods. I know I've had such success with it. If you guys watched just my recent video, I talked about how I cut out rice cakes and yogurts and tortillas and various things like that, and I try to stick with whole nutrient dense food, plant-based, and I even have decreased the amount of processed meats that I eat. It's okay to still have things and enjoy those things, but it not being like, you know, 99.9% of your diet. Or instead of, you know, if you are going to eat something, you know, say if it is a yogurt or something like that, is like maybe cut your serving size in half if it's something that you want for flavoring or something and having it on the daily. So just little things to think about when it comes to that. To the overall with the diet is, if you are eating a lot of that processed stuff and you're not eating more nutrients, more whole based and nutrient dense diet, and your estrogen increases, you're eating all that processed stuff, what happens? You're gonna start storing more fat. What happens? You're gonna still have cellulite. You're gonna still have a lot more fat stores that are pushing against those fibrous tissues to get the cellulite. So remember that, how much I stress about not stressing, about having self-love, about, you know, doing a program that you're happy with. It's not going to be the same for everybody. I know over the years I've changed my training, I've changed my diet, I've changed everything so much because I was constantly on that mission to find what makes me happy and to get to that point where I am comfortable. And that's what I want for you guys too, and it's going to be different for each and every one of you. When it comes to your life, try to relieve a little bit more stress in your life. You know, I know a lot of us are either single moms or moms, and we stay at home moms, or or moms that we work, dads, single dads that work and take care. I mean, we have crazy work schedules, crazy school schedules, and we're all over the place. But that is no excuse that you can't take time for yourself to either find something and stress relieve a little bit, or enjoy yourself, or even meal prep the way properly. It's no excuse, because it's possible for anybody. You just have to change the routine and change it to that. You have to make it happen. You have to do it. Then it goes into your training. Most of us just do cardio to think that the cardio is gonna burn off the cellulite on our butt and our legs. You're gonna lose weight probably, but you're probably gonna end up with skinny legs. Not only because you're burning fat, but you're also probably breaking down muscle tissue because you're overdoing this cardio. A lot of you probably have experienced that you're doing all this cardio, you might have lost weight, but you still do have that cellulite on your legs, and you're like, dude, I've lost 30 pounds, but I still have cellulite, and it's pretty prominent. Having resistance training in your regimen, that means doing weights, so lifting weights, pushing weight. I stopped doing just cardio sessions in general, and I focus on plyometrics and high intensity weight training, especially for my legs, and that's where I found the most success with toning up my own self or even my clients. Sitting down and reevaluating your training situation and putting more resistance in there. And obviously the more muscle you have, the more curves you're going to have, the more definition and the more firm those areas are going to be. But if you have a high percentage of body fat, there is going to still be a layer over your muscle. So you always have to remember, take into consideration where your body fat percentage is. Your body will look a certain way. So you could have a lot of muscle, but if you have a high percentage body fat and it's over top that muscle, it's going to look even bigger. But once you lower that body fat percentage, then the muscle will just be there. You'll look smaller and leaner but curvier. So don't skip some kind of resistance training for those areas. And it doesn't even necessarily mean for our butt and legs. It can be for other spots of our body. So it's a balance, and it's an overall thing. Hydration, circulation. A lot of us probably have a desk job. We sit a lot. Right there, you know, just getting your legs moving, circulating, maybe getting up and doing, if you're at your desk job, maybe taking time and standing, doing some squats, and you're just moving around, like if you're sitting for 8 hours of the day. So it's about the circulation, getting yourself moving, making sure you are exercising, changing up, being flexible with it. I know personally, when I worked in a dental office, I had to sit for 8 hours a day in a chair cleaning kids' teeth. Now, it drove me crazy because I can, you know, you guys know I have so much high energy that I couldn't sit there all the time. So I actually a lot of times wouldn't even sit in a chair, would stand up sometimes and clean a child's teeth, and I would stand. Or what I would do is in between like, you know, maybe when the doctor would be coming in checking the child's teeth, I would be standing, I wouldn't be sitting, I'd be moving around. So I would always take advantage of the opportunity that I could get up, just move my legs, move my body around, and then, you know, not just sit majority of the time. Circulation, huge. Staying hydrated too, drinking enough water. So much of us drink coffee, caffeine. We start our day with caffeine, and then that's what we're drinking through majority of the morning to get us through our mornings. Where's the water? I don't drink caffeine, I don't drink coffee. The only thing I do is my Fiburn. That does have caffeine in it, but other than that, I don't do it. I'm constantly drinking water. I constantly have bottled water or my hydro flask with me. Always. All the time. I'm always drinking. If you do have coffee or something, you know, have your coffee, drink double the water of what your coffee you just drank. Just keep yourself hydrated, because that is not only gonna be overall health and keeping you healthy and keeping you hydrated, but it also helps with the fat burning process, the natural fat burning process that your body does. So overall, you guys, this is actually really simple, and we overcomplicate everything all the time. Cellulite is not a complicated thing. It's simple, just understanding how your body works, why it stores fat, how it stores fat, what your body does, what you need to do naturally to achieve what it is you want to achieve, and decreasing that amount of cellulite that is on your body. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it, but it's not. We have to put in the work, and we have to put in the consistency, and we have to do it every single day. But once you get it down and you know what you're doing and you understand it, and you just get to that point, it's just easy to do. It's easy to maintain. It just becomes easy. But we have to change old habits to new habits, and that takes time, and sometimes it's difficult when we have old habits instilled in our mind. It's really hard to change out of those, but it's not impossible. It just takes time, work, and consistency. You have to make small changes and little changes over a period of time until one day it just clicks. So I did want to touch a little bit. I've seen a lot of comments from you ladies that you're like, how do you not have cellulite? You are perfect, you are perfect. But I just want to show you, even someone, for me, where I'm at currently with my body, I still do have a little bit, but it's only when I actually make it, flex it, you guys. I think majority of you, what you're doing half the time is probably standing there, squeezing your butt or doing weird things, looking at yourself, and then you see the dimples. But in reality, you wouldn't do that out in public. Just keeping it real with you guys. I'm not perfect all the time. I do have quite a big scar on my butt from my accident, my street bike accident from like 10 years ago. And of course I was just sitting on this ground, so I have weird looking marks on my butt. I don't look like flawless all the time. But I do, even so you can see, like, I don't have a lot, but I still have a little bit. You can't, being a natural athlete, unless you're doing things to your butt, you're doing fat transfers, or you're doing weird things to smooth that out and make it firm, like Botox for your butt. I don't know. I want to be real, I want to be relatable to you guys, but even at my leanest, you know, I still have a little bit, and that's okay. I hope you guys found this video educational, informational, and it kind of helps you understand a little bit better on cellulite, what it is and why we have it, and the ways we can do to, you know, eliminate the amount we have. But you know, I just want to save you guys from wasting all your money and your time and getting frustrated and getting, you know, losing motivation because all these things that you're spending money on aren't working for you, when in reality all it is just your diet and your exercise, and understanding you as an individual and your body type, and then taking all those other factors in to consideration into your weight loss, you know, just saving you guys from that and just helping you guys be more successful. So if you guys really like this video, please like it, share it, subscribe if you haven't already, and thank you guys so much for tuning in. I will see you on the next video. You guys have a wonderful